Luka Magic, a wonder kid who defied all NBA expectations and predictions. His meteoric rise to the face of the league has continued to be a shock to several NBA legends. How an unathletic foreign player can get so great in such a short amount of time. Well, anyway, join me as I walk you through how and why NBA players are shocked at just how good Luka Doncic is.
I mean, let me tell you something. That boy Doncic, he's the real deal. As we used to say in my day, that's a bad white boy. I mean, shit, he's not there yet, but we getting really close to little black kids in the hood wearing his jersey.
Once in a generation, a white, unathletic player getting a Jordan comparison definitely didn't sit well with a lot of people back in 2019. A 19-year-old Luka Doncic, who had proven himself in Europe, was heavily criticized everywhere. Talent basketball evaluator Rashad Yoda Phillips described his feet as slower than rush hour traffic and projected that Doncic would not be a lottery pick.
His feet is slower than rush hour traffic, okay? Really slow feet.
Really? That's a problem.
Really slow feet. He struggled with quick defenders, okay?
Guys defending him.
Oh yeah, guys getting in his
That
pocket,
bothered.
getting after him.
Gilbert Arenas also criticized his lack of athleticism.
When he was coming through the draft process, and I was like, man, the guy is too slow. I don't know how he's gonna get his shot off.
Stephen A. Smith gave him no chance, even though he never even watched him play.
Can't teach. I don't give a damn about how this kid in Europe looks. I understand he's a 6'8" point guard. He's surreal. He'll probably be the number 2.
Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp only saw him becoming a flop in the NBA.
Okay, Doncic at 6'7" will get exposed for all of the inadequacies that Dirk's not a great athlete.
No.
Dirk does have explosive quickness, right?
No.
Dirk isn't physical.
No.
Well, that's what's going to happen to Doncic because he's not going to have the
Right.
one thing nobody can bother or stop, right?
And guess what? Kobe started shooting that shot.
He did.
Durant shoot that shot.
They did.
LeBron shoot that shot.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean,
Kevin Durant said he had no bag.
But look, I want to know about Luka. What's it like guarding him?
He's just so smooth with it. Like, I love his game. I love his game. At first, I didn't when he first came into the league, because I'm like, all it is step back threes, and they be short as hell. He was shooting like 27%, 30% from the three-point line early on. But playing against him one time, they be just like about 40 when I was with Golden State. And he was controlling every possession. I was like, yeah, he nice. And he expanded his game. Like, you tell you're a fast learner, too. Like, he probably watch a fucking MJ move and just go do it in the game the next night. Like, I feel like he's one of those type of players.
And according to Dallas Mavericks Hall of Famer Dirk Nowitzki, when he first saw Luka Doncic, he looked like a big boy and unathletic for the NBA.
He looked like he's a big boy, but I'm like, I'm not sure this is going to work. Is he quick enough? Is he athletic enough to go by guys like he is in Europe? And so there were plenty of doubts there from everybody on the team.
Now, truth be told, Luka Doncic was slow, but even at that, he had his success in Europe to back up his ability. Unfortunately, that did not matter to a lot of people in the NBA, even when he won the 2018-2019 Rookie of the Year, averaging 21.2 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 6 assists per game with 8 triple-doubles. The 8th most by a rookie in league history. Not many in the NBA still believe that he was generational. Well, 7 years in the league, 5 All-NBA first teams, a scoring champion, a trip to the NBA Finals, and countless records broken, and NBA legends cannot stop praising Luka Doncic. Several legends who have played the game have come to understand how this point guard can be so good, yet so unathletic. NBA legends react. Hall of Famer Tim Hardaway, who is a huge critic of this generation of players, could not hide his excitement after watching him live. He called him a bad boy and a brilliant basketball player.
Plays at his own beat. I watched him. When you watch him on TV, it's different. But when you watch this on person, it's a whole different ballgame. I mean, what he does and how he does it, you be like, damn, he's brilliant out there on that court. Making shots, going to the hole, stop. I never seen a guy that just stops.
The very lack of pace for which he was heavily criticized has gotten multiple legends of the game wondering just how he gets the best players at his own pace.
that three-point shot. that Sacramento creates that allow him to get to the rim.
Doncic for three. He's in double figures with 10. Win 128, 124. We have a good one early here at Golden One Center. Doncic!
You see, one of the things that legends of the game have come to marvel about Luka's game is his ability to just decelerate at the basket. On the perimeter, he'll use a pick or put on a move to get even with the defender and take a run for the basket. Now the defender speeds up, catches up, and then Luka slows down just for the defender to fly on by, and then Luka lays the ball in. He isn't trying to dunk, so you have defenders just flying by and it's a layup. But keep in mind, when the defender slows down too much flat-footed, Luka will dunk on them.
Down to 8. Moves on Pumble. Takes it in!
Doncic in the Mavs. Here he comes all the way for the tie. We are tied.
Quiet overall lately. Last 4 games, averaging 14 points at 35%.
When asked who Hall of Famer Tracy McGrady thinks is the next best thing in the league, he straight up mentioned Luka Doncic. The 7-time All-NBA star praised Luka's skill level, his ability to create space and control the pace of the game, and how he can get his shot off against anyone in the league.
Which young player do you look at in the NBA and say that's the next?
Luka.
Luka.
Yeah, Luka is pretty damn good. He is.
3-time All-Star Gilbert Arenas, who gave him no chance before he got drafted into the NBA, eventually came around, heavily praising Luka Doncic's fundamentals because it is a mismatch when Luka faces most NBA players who are all too athletic with no fundamentals.
Luka has the advantage over anyone who's guarding him because these guys are too athletic for this part of the game.
Yes.
And that's what fundamentals are important, especially at a younger age, because you need the fundamentals before the athleticism kick in and the athleticism takes over.
Shannon Sharp, another person who didn't give Luka any chance before he got drafted, was still in disbelief at how he gets past elite defenders like Kawhi Leonard and Draymond Green like it's nothing, despite not being able to win a foot race against anybody.
You look at him and he ain't chiseled. I mean, you look at LeBron. LeBron got like a grown man, big body.
Right.
I mean, can leap out the gym.
Right.
I mean, and I'm looking at him, and I'm watching him, and elite defenders.
Right.
I mean, Kawhi's an elite defender. PG is an elite defender.
Now, as you can clearly hear, former NBA All-Star and head coach Mark Jackson, Luka Doncic imposes his will on elite defenders.
3.7 seconds was.
This is a shot he works on time and time again. Rhythm, step back 3 in his resume. What a performance by Luka and the Mavericks. Mama, there goes that man.
You are not going to get the better of it. The 1988 NBA Rookie of the Year praised Luka's size, strength, toughness, competitive spirit, and his ability to not be afraid of the bright light. He even went as far as to admit that at such a young age and a short career, Luka is better than most legends on the NBA's top 75 list.
I don't know how media has convinced the NBA that winning was a part of All-Star Weekend. You're putting people on the team that has winning teams and not the best players that's moving the needle in the NBA. Fan voting does matter. The fans are letting you know who they want to see in a game, so the fact that you don't have some of those guys in is a big telltale sign. The dunk contest.
I mean, speaking of being better than NBA legends on that list, Hall of Famer Jason Kidd, who is also on the NBA's 75 team, publicly confessed that Luka is better than another Hall of Famer, Dirk Nowitzki. He's better than Dirk. He's in the atmosphere of MJ, the best to ever do it. LeBron James, Kobe, and just to appreciate what this young man is doing at the age of 24 is something that Dallas has never seen. I've seen this internally. He is better than Dirk. He does things that Dirk could never do. Now, Jason Kidd, who played alongside Dirk for 4 years, isn't the only former Dallas Mavericks player who saw Dirk at his peak to have this opinion. Former NBA forward and 4-time All-Star Shawn Marion said, as far as skill set and scoring wise, yes, Luka is better than Dirk. That's not even a question. Look at how much Luka is able to do on the floor. Well, Even Dirk came out to admit that Luka in his rookie season was already better than he was at 19 years old. And the 2011 NBA Finals MVP also thinks that Luka has better court vision and savviness and can read the pick and roll like LeBron James. You see, as far back as his rookie season, the LeBron James similarities aren't lost on a lot of NBA legends. Hall of Famer Dwayne Wade compared Luka's passing ability to that of LeBron James, and that was after facing Luka as a rookie. Quote me right where I say this. It's LeBron James-like from the standpoint of how he's able to rope that pass to shooters and corners getting blitzed. There's not many guys who can do that and put it right there. He does an amazing job of it, Wade said. Former NBA All-Star and current Milwaukee Bucks head coach Doc Rivers also compared Luka's vision to that of LeBron James before comparing his step-back three-pointers to those of James Harden and his ability to pass of that of Larry Bird. Well, LeBron himself confessed that what he loves the most about Luka is his vision. His size. I mean, he's gigantic, a 6'8" point guard. He's 225 pounds. He has the ball on a string, and more importantly, his vision. That's why I love him, the four-time MVP said. Now, Hall of Famer Scottie Pippen is also a big fan of his vision and ability to make his team better, going as far as to admit that Luka's biggest attribute is his ability to not turn the ball over.
So he's a very difficult player to defend. He sees the court very well. If you put the right players around him, he's able to make them better. And he just seems to be the kind of player that allows the game to come to him. He don't rush anything. He's very poised, and he makes the right decision. And the one thing I really like about him is that
in any case, amidst all of the comparison with LeBron, San Antonio Spurs coach Greg Popovich, however, believes that Luka's playing style is Magic Johnson-like because of his vision. According to Pop, Luka sees the floor in that way.
I hate to say this, he's not Magic Johnson, but it's Magic Johnson-like in the sense that he sees the floor that same way. He's got a real intuitive sense, and you can't teach that. He's just got it, and he's great at it.
Now, Coach Pop even went as far as to call Luka the prototype for high basketball IQ and high skill level all rolled into one guy, before later confessing that no one has an answer for how he continuously destroys whatever defense scheme is thrown at him. In his words, he has a feel for the game that you cannot teach.
Beyond basketball IQ, just a feel for the game, making decisions at exactly the right moment. Like, you teach your players not to play in a crowd, for instance. And it's his IQ and it's his total kinetic view of the court. He knows where everybody is all the time.
Luka's feel for the game has left many NBA legends dumbfounded.
What's homeboy name, man? For Dallas. Luka. What?
When asked which NBA player today he would love to play with, Hall of Famer Allen Iverson mentioned only one name among the several superstars in the NBA.
If you had to pick someone to be in a backcourt with you, one of today's players, who would you pick?
One of today's players?
Yeah.
I would want it to be.
AI called their combination deadly because he would play the two while Luka guards the one, and he doubts any defense is ever going to have an answer for both of them. AI has time and time again shown that he is the biggest fan of Luka's game. In an interview on Shaquille O'Neal's podcast, he added to his host of compliments for Luka when he said that the Lakers guard plays like a black guy.
What the hell is wrong with Luka?
Luka's different.
Yeah,
73 in Atlanta, ball on a string.
You can go there.
We can edit it out. We won't.
Man, yeah, he played the way he played.
White? He plays like a white guy?
No, he plays like a black guy.
He has
that man got style.
Oh, let me fix it. He has swag.
He got swag.
Got it.
Now, Luka's ability to move at his own pace, shoot at almost any angle, set up his teammate, and orchestrate the entire game is definitely something Allen Iverson can relate to. Luka's swag is also, and definitely, something that AI can relate to. Another Hall of Fame guard who sees himself in Luka Doncic is also Steve Nash. The two-time league MVP called Luka one of the most exciting talents the league has ever seen.
Luka is, one of the most exciting talents we've seen. I mean, do I see some of myself in him?
For what it's worth, Luka keeps turning critics to fans and NBA legends to super fans. He is a once-in-a-generation kind of player, and NBA fans have all come to understand that too, regardless of what team they support. According to a fan's comment, Luka has been playing professional basketball since he was about 16 years old. Dude was a champion and MVP in the EuroLeague. I don't understand what people thought was gonna happen. Another user commented, Luka legit has the chance to be the best player to have ever walked the earth. Now, if you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is also worth your time.